Election season is typically a time where misinformation can spread quite easily, with social media blurring the lines between credible news outlets and unverified information. Keeping track of it all can feel overwhelming. Joining me now is journalist and author Wendy Bounds with ways to distinguish the difference between real and fake news while managing information anxiety. Wendy, good morning. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Good morning, Zach.
How big of a problem is this right now? When we talk about misinformation or unverified news spreading, circulating on social media, talk to us just how big of a problem this is.
As you know, Americans are being almost bombarded right now leading up to the November 5th election with information of all sorts. And much of it, like what comes from KPRC, is quality information. But some of it is not, and some of it is actually dangerously wrong. And we have two factors, I think, Zach, we need to look at that are really at play. And one is that many people are increasingly getting their news from social media. And number two, we have these powerful advances in artificial intelligence, which have allowed people to create more forms of misinformation. And Americans, they are legitimately concerned. We have new data out today that shows that 85% of Americans are concerned about attempts to mislead voters. We have also looked in particular at the Houston market, right? And the Houston market and Houstonians, they are right up there with their concern. And more than half of them are extremely concerned about attempts to, again, mislead voters. And this is important because you all have a market of heavy news consumers, and you should be proud of that. People in Houston actually consume more news on average during the day than the average American. So the good news is, Zach, and I think we'll talk about this, is there are things people can do to protect themselves.
Yeah, with that said, what can folks do to spot the difference between real news and fake news?
Look, social media has brought a lot of good to our lives. I am not here to disparage social media overall. However, it has also allowed people to spread ideas that are false at times. And I think there are important things people need to do. One, starting with going to reputable sources that actually double down on fact checking, like KPRC, and also Smart News, our own app where I work now. Smart News is a free app you can download. There are hundreds of publications in that app that have views from all sides of the political spectrum, but these sources are vetted for their accuracy and their reliability before we actually put them in the app. We have teams of trust and safety analysts ensuring that the stories that are in there are accurate, and they're working round the clock through the election to make that happen. I also, and let's talk for a minute about this, Zach, about the fact that I think as Americans, we also have to play our own defense and offense. And by defense, I mean recognizing what actually is something that is suspicious. I use the acronym FAC, FAC, it's easy to remember. Is someone who's writing something, do they appear to be kind of a fake actor, right? A fake expert, somebody who actually doesn't have a background in the subject matter? Are they writing things or putting things into video that are designed to make you feel angry? That's another warning sign. And also just conspiracy theories, that's our C, that's another warning sign to look for, Zach.
Yeah, and we all play a part. I'm so glad you brought that up. Being responsible consumers, but also being responsible stewardess in repeating the information that we do consume and verifying it ourselves. Wendy, we are out of time. We could talk about this all day long. We so much appreciate you coming on this show. Really quick before we let you go, where can folks go for more information?
They can download Smart News for free at any app store, and I also encourage people to check out the News Literacy Project. You can learn a lot about misinformation there, Zach. Thank you.
Okay, Wendy Bounds, thank you.